What's up YouTube? Eastern PA Fishing here. It is the day after my last video. I am once again heading to the Pennypack Creek. I want to do a little more fishing there. I actually scheduled my last video a few hours before I'm going to head out today. That way, hopefully people won't swamp the creek. Maybe once again, I'll get a little solitude and have that portion of the creek to myself. We're definitely going to catch some trout. Should be a good episode, so stay tuned. If at any point in time you guys like the content, scroll down below, hit the thumbs up button. Helps me out, and the fish like it as well. Eastern PA Fishing here, you know what it is by now. Let's get right to the fishing. Well, everybody, I think we really lucked out yesterday when we came here. Nobody was at the spot right where they stocked them all. Actually, I didn't really see anyone fishing at all except for myself. So hopefully, once again, there won't be anyone here. The whole momentum of fall trout fishing is completely different than it is in the spring. You know, there's not really anybody out here right now. I'm the only one targeting these fish. Here's the moment of truth, guys. Oh my freaking gosh. Nobody's here again. Oh, I got the whole creek to myself. Yes, my plan worked. Like I said, I'm out here today a few hours before my last video is about to come out. So I figured not too many people would know that the trout are here. It's probably gonna be the last time I fish here for 2020. Maybe I'll fish sometime in the winter, but as for right now, it's not too long before everybody crowds this spot. Just glad I have a second chance to beat it down. I made sure I brought my extra trout magnets with me. Once again, in my last video, I used this technique. I'm gonna take the Berkeley juice in these little Berkeley Alive minnows. I'm just gonna dunk my trout magnet in there, give it a little scent. Just leave it in there for a few moments. You're good to go. I can't believe no one's here right now. This is sick. See if we can get a trout first cast. Oh my gosh, had one on there. That would have been a first cast trout. Man, these fish are feisty today. There we go. Second cast, we already got one. Dang, what is going on, 2020? Where is everybody? I think I might just catch and release today. Have a little fun catching trout. Oh man, it looks like he swallowed it though. Bro, that is a trout magnet. Oh, looks like I am taking myself some lunch. That is super unfortunate he swallowed it. I already put him out of his misery, hence the reason he's not moving too much. But yeah, there was no saving this trout. He gut hooked himself. So he's coming with us. Didn't want to have to take ourselves anything to eat, but looks like we got ourselves some dinner. Fresh rainbow, it's a shame, he's a real pretty one. I don't want to gut hook any more fish, guys. I didn't even want to take that one. I'm trying to leave these ones for you. Juicing up our little trout magnet again. Should be good to go. Gosh, that sucks. Didn't think these fish would have moved much since yesterday. They're all still sitting in this one little pocket. Very light movements with these trout magnets. You don't really have to work them too much if you have the right weight ratio on there. The current will do most of the work for you. Let's do one more cast with the pink. I think we might change colors. Yesterday I used a yellow and orange, and I used a pink one. My trout magnet kit actually has a whole bunch of different colors in there. So I think we might just switch off colors, keep changing colors, probably keep catching fish. A lot of people say that color change doesn't really make a difference when it comes to fishing, but I think it definitely does, and I'm gonna prove that to you guys today. No longer getting bit on the pink magnet, let's switch it up. Got our little handy dandy trout magnet kit. All different types of nifty little colors in here. Let's try a straight yellow. This thing is probably gonna get eaten immediately. Oh man, got him. There he is. Came back for it. That ain't a bad one. Looks like he's right on the lip. Be able to get him back. Thank goodness. He's number 2 for the day. That's a pretty one. There we go, guys. Man, these trout are all a lot more beautiful than the ones I caught yesterday. I think the reason for that is these trout are starting to acclimate to the water a little bit, and they're starting to become a little less stressed. You know, when these fish are freshly stocked, oh, just get back in there so I can finish talking. Oh, don't belly up on me. There he goes, there he goes. Guy was a little camera shy. But yeah, when trout are a little stressed out, they lose a lot of their color. So once they're in the water for a little bit, they become a little more acclimated to their environment, and they'll regain some of that beautiful natural color that they usually have. Anyway, thank goodness we didn't gut hook that guy. I think I might catch one or two more in this spot, and then we're gonna move. I'm not trying to shoot this whole video from this one rock like I did the last video. Once the fish get a little more used to being in the creek, they'll start to spread out. Let's see if we can get another. Ooh, that looked like a big fish. Oh my gosh. Yo, that was a huge trout. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Straight missed that bite. It's kind of daydreaming a little bit. Well guys, the trout in that pool are definitely on to me. I'm gonna juice up, head downstream a little bit. This decent rip is actually right under the one I was just fishing over there by that rock in the water. This is another good deep pool. There should be some trout here. Check out this one little rip over here. And then we're probably just gonna go back to that honey hole. Seems like all those trout are right there in that one pool. None of them have moved yet. Let's try this last little pool. Hopefully no one goes and touches my stuff. How is there no fish here yet? They're all right there. Lazy trout. I tried a few different spots. It seems those fish definitely didn't move. There's nothing in that pool, there's nothing in this pool. There's nothing really in this pool right below the one that I was fishing and catching them from. Looks like they just haven't moved yet, guys. Now these fish will eventually spread out. They're super unadjusted to the environment right now. These fish are used to living in a pool. So there's a few changes in their lives right now. They might be a little confused, a little stressed out. They will spread. They won't be here all year. See if we can go catch some more from that pool, I guess. I don't know what else to do. One thing to be said about using the scent like I'm using with this little Gulp Alive is that if you go to one spot and you consistently use the same scent on your baits every single time, eventually the fish will know not to bite that bait anymore because it'll smell like a trap. So we're gonna give the little Gulp Alive a rest. I did switch out the color of this Trout Magnet though. Put on a little gold one. See if we can catch one from this hole again. Now, if it looks like I'm just sitting here and not really doing much, you're actually wrong, because I am ever so lightly moving my rod. You can almost not even tell I'm doing it so lightly. There's movement going on, and also the current is doing a lot of the work for me, moving my bait down. Maybe I'll give it a little scent, see if that makes any difference now. They're really off these Trout Magnets though. They know they're a trick. Might have to go back to throwing moving baits like I was yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the scent definitely makes a difference. Got bit on the first cast with the scent compared to the last 3 casts I did without any scent. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're starting to get super smart to this technique. I'll do a couple more casts with the gold. Might switch it out to a white or green or a spinnerbait. Gotta get this fish back in the water. Don't want my dinner to get rotten. Switch off the gold. Let's go to a white or a green. I think with the contrast of the gold with all the orange leaves and yellow leaves in the water, just doesn't really show up too well. So let's switch to a white. I think most of the time when trout bite, they go for the flash, not really whatever you're throwing. All right, let's try the white magnet. The only other color we have is green. Well, there's actually clear and purple, but I kind of place those into the same category as white and pink. So let's throw this white one. If we don't get bit on this, we'll throw the green one, and then we'll probably throw some rooster tails, catch some more trout. White did nothing, how about green? How about not? Nothing on the green. They say green is the color that fish can see the most, That might just be largemouth bass though, not too sure. Anyway, nothing on any of the different colored trout magnets. So let's do a little inline spinner. Oh no, our catch is floating away. It's kind of weird, it actually floated upstream. Thank goodness though. Man, that would have sucked. Would have polluted and I would have lost my dinner. Get over here, dude. Let's throw a little rooster tail for the remainder of the day. See if we can catch a couple more trout. Well, when you know it, I came down here to try the spinner and immediately cast it right into that tree across the creek. So I threw on this little Rebel Crawl crankbait. See if you can get something on this. Gonna wrap it up here soon, guys. Came back here, second day of fishing the same spot. As I expected, the trout weren't really biting like they were yesterday, but I still managed to get on top of a couple of them today. By now, everyone knows where these stock trout are, so I hope you guys are out there catching them. Scroll down below, hit that thumbs up button. What's up YouTube, Eastern PA Chef. We are in the kitchen today. You know what that means. We are cooking some freshly caught stock trout. Something's a little funny about this intro. Give me one sec. That's a little better. We usually do these with a funny hat on, so there you go. Like I said, we're gonna be cooking some stocked trout today. Already gutted it, cleaned it, scaled it, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe for more. Greasy forehead all over the GoPro. Anyway, I just got this guy sitting in some milk. I usually do egg whites and milk, but I'm just using milk today. You can let the fish sit in the refrigerator overnight if you really don't like the flavor of fish, but ain't nobody got time for that. The ingredients you're gonna need: salt, pepper, butter, and of course, freshly cleaned stock trout. It's gonna be doing the simplest recipe I know. I'm starting right now, so I don't really have time to experiment, do something new. Get some butter, put that in the pan on. Let the butter melt down a little bit. While that's melting down, we're gonna season our fish. Give it a little flip ski, get it all covered with that delicious fish milk. Salt, little salt on the inside. Little pepper, a lot of pepper. I like pepper. Get it all over that skin. Not that it's gonna really matter anyway. This recipe, the skin usually tends to fall right off the meat. All right, got our butter melted down. A little bit, good enough. And we're gonna put our fish on one side, right in the pan. Gonna let it sit on this side for about 5 minutes, give it a flip, let it sit for another 5 minutes, then we're gonna eat. You wanna make sure you cook your trout on a nice medium heat. You guys can't see that, it's too dark in here. But you don't wanna cook it too fast. A lot of times I've ran into the issue where the meat on the outside, closest to the skin, is cooked, but dead center is just a little pink. Something that's usually not too appetizing when you're eating meat. So you want to make sure you cook this slow, cook it fully. Sizzle action B-roll. There's a pretty good way to figure out when your trout's ready to flip. As you can see on the side, or maybe you guys can't because of the lighting, but you can see into the meat, and once it's cooked past that halfway point, that's when it's time to flip your trout. So we're there now. There we go. As you guys can see, the tail and the skin just fell right off. That's pretty much all good meat to eat. There's a bunch of little pin bones in there. That's why a lot of people like to eat trout with their fingers rather than with a fork. Just discard that. No one's gonna eat that crap. Just gonna let this guy sizzle up for a little longer. See you guys at the dinner table. Well, everybody, the pan to plate transfer went very well. I'm gonna sit here and eat this beautiful, delicious stock trout meal. Tucky's probably gonna help me out a little bit. Ain't that right, buddy? I usually don't do catch and cooks, and I usually don't eat fish, but if you guys like seeing this type of thing, be sure to comment down below. Make sure to let me know what type of new content you guys are trying to see on this channel. I hope you guys all like this video. If you did at any point in time, scroll down below, hit the thumbs up button. Helps me out and the fish like it as well. Eastern PA Fishing here, you know what it is by now. Till next time, guys, keep on fishing. Well, look who showed up. Mr. Gator. And of course, Tucky's still here. Got two little trout hounds.